my channel. How do you say hi? Oh. Hi. You want a snack? Are these any good still? They're little still. You can try them though. All right, so I'm here with Jackson. Obviously, you guys, I'm gonna try to do his 18-month update for you guys. If you're new here, this is Jackson. I've done updates, thank you. I've done updates on his life, like every month for a while. And then I think the last one I did was when he was 15 months old. So I'll link them down below in case you guys wanna get caught up or there's like a certain month that you guys are looking for an update on. But anyway, I'm a little distracted. I've got both of the kids here. I have Riley, who's my daughter if you're new. But I took Jackson to the doctor today for his 18-month visit, and I wanted to just update you guys on his stats, and we'll talk about how he's doing with feeding, with sleeping, with naps, the fact that I weaned him, he's not on any breast milk and all of that. So let's get started. So really quick stats. So his height right now is 31.5 inches. That puts him in the 45th percentile. And then in terms of weight, he's 22 pounds and 2 ounces, and that's in the 30th percentile. His head circumference is 47.5 centimeters, which is in the 55th percentile. So overall, he's been doing great in terms of his growth. The doctor was so happy because if you guys aren't new and you guys have followed along, Jackson for a while there struggled with his weight in particular. Like his weight at one point, he was between the 2nd and 4th percentile. He was teeny tiny. So now that he's in the 30th percentile for his weight, the doctor was thrilled and I was thrilled. So those are his stats. He's gonna be running around here and playing with his toys and all of that. They asked me a bunch of questions today when I took him in as far as like his development. They asked me one weird one, which I didn't really know how to answer. They asked if he was walking backwards yet. I didn't know that that was like a milestone, but he can walk around in circles. I don't know if he's like ever is like, hey, let me just walk backwards. And then they asked me about his words, like how many words he says. They asked if he says like between 5 and 10 words. So I actually had, I had been keeping like a little note on my phone of like words that he says, so I knew how to answer this question when they asked me. And I stopped counting at 22. So I knew that he had way more words than that. Just to give you an idea, some of the ones that he says mama, dada, bubbles, no, that's like his favorite word, like all toddlers, driving us crazy. He says 1, 2, 3. Like if I say 1, 2, he finishes it off and says 3. And then the same thing, like if I say ready, set, he'll say go at the end, which I think is really cute. He says agua, banana. He says nana. That's like his favorite thing to eat. And anytime he sees a banana, he goes crazy. He says leche, mu, ba. He says the elephant noise, because noise count too, by the way. Like if your little ones aren't saying specific words, like noises too, like animal noises, that counts as a word. He says wow. He gives kisses. He does like the snoring noise. He points at things, says ball, bird, baby, vroom, which is his favorite also for cars. Like he says vroom all day long, fish, dog. So he's saying a lot of words. I'm pretty happy with it because for a while there, I had actually gotten a little bit scared because Riley at 15 months old was like talking up a storm. So he was a little bit not as quick to like start picking up words. I feel like he had an explosion in his vocabulary at like 17 months is really when I started to notice it. Like last month and maybe a little bit the month before is really when I was like, okay, wow, like he's starting to say a lot of things. So if your little ones aren't there yet, like don't worry. Like there were a lot of times when I would show Jackson things in a book and I would point at the animals and, you know, do all the things to kind of teach him some of these things, and he would just look at me like, what are you saying? And then now the things that I used to do, now he actually picks up on them. So it's, you know, a lot of repetition, and I do still plan on filming a video for you guys on like how I teach him, like showing you specific things that I do. So if you guys aren't subscribed, definitely click the red button, subscribe so you guys don't miss it. And if it's already out, I'll link it down below in the description box too. But anyway, I'm already getting ahead of myself talking about like his speech. This little dude is over here just like playing with his puffs, eating his puffs and putting these in his little snack cup. So why don't we talk, let's talk about his schedule. We'll talk really quick about his schedule and then we'll talk about eating. So his schedule is, he's on a pretty good schedule. He wakes up at 8. He goes to sleep the night before at around 8. So he's getting a good like 12-hour stretch at night. And he's been doing so good, you guys, in terms of his sleeping at night. So he wakes up in the morning at 8. He does like his breakfast, all the normal things that you guys see in my vlogs and stuff. And then he goes to do his like one nap for the day, like around 2:30, anywhere between like 2 to 33. It kind of depends on how he's feeling. I really don't have like a perfectly set time, but I just kind of try to see like when he's getting a little bit like upset, and like, you know, when you can tell that your baby needs a nap, or when I'm just like exhausted and I'm like, okay, you need to go take a nap because I need like a minute for myself. But I'll put him down for that nap, and he sleeps for a good like hour. Like at least at this point these days, I can count on getting an hour from him for his nap. Sometimes it's been more, sometimes it's been like an hour and a half. When we were sleeping at my parents' house, like when we are at my parents' house now in Miami, for some reason there's a room there that we put him to sleep in, and it is pitch black. He loves it. I guess it's like cold. We've got the sound machine going. It's pitch black. He took like some naps over there like that were like 2 hours long, and I think he took the longest nap of his life that was even longer than 2 hours. He never does that here at home. Thanks a lot. But that's kind of what I can count on in terms of his nap. And then after that, he's awake and playing and doing all the things, the snacks, the dinner, all of that until around 7, which is when we start like the bath time routine. And then we do like put down time like at 7:30. And then by 8, I try to have him asleep in his crib. So that's his normal schedule. He's watching SpongeBob, by the way. So that's why he hears SpongeBob. He loves SpongeBob. SpongeBob! That, for some reason, he really likes. I just think it's so funny how there's like certain things that catch his attention and he's just obsessed. And now he sings all of the intro songs, and that's like his favorite right now, SpongeBob. So he says, Bob, Bob, or he says something that sounds like SpongeBob, and he gets super excited. So let's talk about food. That was like one of the issues that I talked to the doctor about today. If you guys are new here too, I have a bunch of videos where I filmed like what my 1-year-old eats in a day. If you need some ideas, I mean, I need some ideas, but I have shared some videos of ideas that maybe you guys haven't seen before or whatever. I'll leave those also in the description box if you want to binge watch some of those toddler food idea videos. But it's hard, it's no joke to feed this little guy. He was doing so great. We did baby-led weaning with him. You know, there was a lot of stuff that he was eating, and I feel like recently, like in the last 2 months, he started getting really picky. And he was eating like chicken nuggets. He was eating even just some regular chicken. Like if I took a little piece of chicken off of whatever Joe and I were eating for dinner, he would normally eat that. He was a little bit more, I guess, adventurous in trying new things. And lately, he wants nothing to do with it. Like lately, he doesn't want to eat any kind of protein in terms of like chicken, fish, steak. I can't get him to even eat some chicken nuggets. Even macaroni, which he would devour a lot of times. Now I served that like last night for dinner and he didn't even touch it. So I'm trying not to get too discouraged, but he has gotten pickier. So I talked to the doctor about it today. I was like, look, like my kid doesn't want to eat any protein like that. And she said that as long as he's eating eggs, which he does, so he eats a bunch of eggs, and as long as he'll eat some peanut butter, that she wouldn't be too worried, because at least he's getting a good source of protein with those things. That's how Riley was, but even worse. Like Riley, you guys know, like for I think the first 3 years of her life, she was like totally vegetarian or vegan. Is it vegan? I don't know. She would not touch even eggs. She wouldn't touch any kind of protein. She just had peanut butter. That was the only source of protein. Peanut butter and crackers, peanut butter and a piece of bread. So we've come a long way. Now she does chicken nuggets and she does chicken. This morning she had eggs, so she's getting better. But Jackson, he's just been really picky lately. So the doctor told me not to worry. He's getting eggs, he's getting protein. She recommended like if your little one doesn't eat eggs, maybe do like French toast and dip the bread in an egg. If you're baking stuff like pancakes or waffles, you can just add an extra egg in there just to up that egg intake. So there's things that can be done, I feel like, if they're not eating a ton of protein. But other than that, he's done pretty well, like with his fruits. He loves smoothies, which I think is like the best thing, because Riley won't touch smoothies, but he loves his, and he has one like every afternoon when he wakes up from his nap. I give him a smoothie. So that is how I get him to have like veggies, because I give him the fruits obviously in the what are you guys doing? They're like, are you guys sharing? Is he sharing with you? I don't like those. You don't like those? You see? What was I saying about smoothies? So I give him the veggies, I give him the fruits in the smoothies, but then I also add some spinach in there, and then he's getting some spinach with his smoothies. So that's kind of the food situation. you know, he's not the best eater, but he's not the worst. And right now I guess that's okay, especially that he jumped in his weight percentile. I think the last time I took him to the doctor at 15 months, he was like in the 15th percentile. So he went from the 15th percentile to the 30th percentile. And that makes me so happy. At least he's eating, you know, he's gaining some weight. I've always been really concerned about his weight, but he does eat snacks. Like he eats a bunch of snacks. He asked me for a banana, you guys, like 13 times a day. He would eat 5 to 7 bananas in a day if I let him. Like the stuff that he likes, he wants it all day long. And he wants snacks and crackers and fruit. He would eat all day long. Oh, thank you. Thank you, that's very nice. I'm still cutting up his food in small little pieces, even though I did have to, thank you. I did have to,
Mama.
Hi. I did have to revise how I feed him a little bit because the other day he started putting food up his nose and I had a couple scares there. What was it he put up? He put up a piece of cheese up his nose, and then I think it was peas that he put up his nose. So that was not super fun. So now I've had to kind of like cut the string cheese into like little little French fry looking things. You're going round and round. So we've had that issue. Milk, you guys, I get a lot of questions about what we do for milk. He's still having whole milk. The doctor said that the recommendation is whole milk until 2. Jackson.
Mama.
Yes. So whole milk until 2. Yes. Say hi. How do you say hi? You're cute. So he'll get some milk in his cup, which he drinks out of a straw. And he gets that in the morning with his breakfast. And then sometimes I'll give him more milk at night. But if he has his smoothie in the afternoon, I usually put milk in the smoothie. So I don't want to put like too much milk in his system throughout the day. But no more than like 3 servings of milk he gets in a day. And he really likes that. A lot of you guys are always asking for what cups we use with it. Okay, no, that's a lot. I can't put all of that in my mouth. Won't do it. Give me 1. Give me 1. Thank you. Being very generous, but I mean, there's a lot. Anyway, I'll link the cups that we use for Jackson. There's a couple smoothie cups that I use for him. And then apparently he doesn't want me to update you guys. He just wants me to eat these snacks, which are very stale, not very tasty. Thank you. The cup that he uses for his milk, the little blue one that you guys see in all my vlogs and stuff, it's okay just because Joe went in with scissors and like cut a little piece of the valve out so it wouldn't be so hard for him to suck out of it. But if you buy it straight from the store, it's a very hard cup to suck out of. So I get a lot of requests for that, but like I'm never one to like willingly share it and tell you guys, oh my god, it's the best cup ever, because when we first got it, like I had a hard time drinking through it. So it's, you know, one of those things that we kind of had to customize it a little bit, and now that's what he drinks his milk out of. But he's really good with the straw. I'm struggling to teach him how to use the 360 cups. Like he'll be very interested in it because that's what Riley drinks out of, the 360 cups. He's recently learned how to actually suck out of it, but he doesn't know yet, like in order to drink he has to bring it up so that the liquid like goes downwards. So he gets frustrated because he just kind of like sucks on it and nothing comes out. Thank you. So that is food. Oh, be careful. So that is food. By the way, like if I miss anything, if you guys still have questions about anything, just let me know down below in the comments and I'll go through those and try to answer them for you. I know that it's like a lot of stuff to just like sit down here and ramble about my child, so I know that I miss things. Jackson, thank you. Riley, are you playing with the lights? Now I don't even remember how the lights were. I'm sorry that now the lighting is different. I need to finish this video because you're just gonna feed me this entire thing of snacks. Thank you. So let's talk about weaning. We're not doing any kind of breast milk anymore. We're at the point. Thank you. I feel like I could probably do a whole video just about weaning and going through the process, but no more breast milk. I think when he was 17 months old, in the beginning of May, that's when I started taking Lexapro, and I was scared to continue breastfeeding while nursing him. I was, I think, already down to just like 1 or 2 nursing sessions at that point. I think it was just 1, honestly. But at that point, I just cut it out and dropped the last feed or the last 2 feeds, and he did fine with it. Like he, you know, of course complained a little bit, and when I would wear a shirt that you could see cleavage, he was like putting his hand down my shirt and wanting it. But now we're good. Like now he doesn't really ask for it or fuss about it, and he just has the whole milk. Okay, I'm really full. I really don't want it anymore. Thank you. Thank you. Why are you being a cuckoo head? Riley, please stop turning on all the lights. You can see when there's, you know, not as many lights on. It's okay. Yes? Hi. Oh, and here he is chomping on me when I just finished telling you guys that he doesn't do that anymore. Hello. He climbs on all the things. What else he does? He climbs up the stairs. He's very fast. We took him to the beach the other day with my mom, and he would have walked the whole beach. Like he was like, bye, and he would just take off running, and he is hard to keep up with at this point. But this is the funnest stage in my opinion, because you're starting to see like those little wheels turning, and he's like learning a bunch of things. Riley, please don't fall off the couch. So you can really like start to interact with them now, and they're still in like that baby phase. Like he's still a cute little baby. Riley already looks like she's 7 years old. It makes me so sad. So it's fun, it's exhausting, clearly. Like I'm sure you're exhausted just watching this video. Now he does climb up the he climbs up the couch, which is good. Like he can climb up, but then he can also get down. That's something that's pretty new, that he recently learned how to get off of the couch without me worrying like, oh, he's gonna go head first. So he learned that he has to like go backwards and then put his feet down. So that helped with my anxiety. Jackson? He also stopped, for the most part, like putting stuff in his mouth. For a really long time there, Jackson was one of those kids that would put every little thing that he would find, any little speck of dust that he would find, he'd put it in his mouth, and that was rough. Now I can do like some sensory activities and stuff with him without thinking that he's gonna put everything straight in his mouth. What are you guys doing? This is them all day long, like loving on each other, then getting mad, fighting. So that is the joys of having 2 kids. He will rip his sister's hair out if I let him. Ow! Say, Riley, you're hurting me. He does a lot of pretend play too, which is really cute. Like he's starting to learn like what things are for. Like earlier today, what was it that he was doing? He was grabbing some of these like doctor things, and he was like trying to play doctor. That was something that the doctor asked me about today. They asked, one of like the milestone questions was like, is he trying to like pretend play, use household items like in the manner that they're supposed to be used? So he definitely does that. The other thing they asked me was if he can stack 2 blocks, and I didn't really know. Let me take 2 blocks. Let me see. I mean, I'm sure I've seen him do that, but that was like a random thing that they asked about. Jackson, you want to stack these? How do you stack them? Put it on top. Oh, no, 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 no. Here, how do you put a block on top? Put the block. Okay, well, he's not going to do that, but he definitely knows how to put things inside of containers. So there's that. I say shake, shake. Shake, shake. He has his 4 teeth on the bottom and 4 teeth on the top. That's where he's at in terms of his teeth. He does not have any of his molars yet. His canines, I think, are starting to come in. Are you trying to open that, child? You want to open? Say open. There you go. How do you say thank you? You're welcome. It's one of my favorite things that he says. He likes to transfer things a lot. So like if I were to give him another bowl, he would take a lot of his these things and put them in another bowl. I'm trying to think of what else I could tell you guys. He loves to be outside. He loves to just like be out on the deck. He loves the water table. He likes to splash around. What are you guys doing? The one thing that's random that a lot of you guys have asked me about too is whether or not he lets me like change his diaper. He is still like so difficult. Anytime that I need to change his diaper, anytime I need to change his clothes, he moves around like a tiny baby alligator, like if I'm literally trying to murder him. And that is like the time of day that gives me the most anxiety right now, because it's a mission. And especially when he poops, like I'm like changing him on the floor and there's white carpet everywhere, and I'm like, I'm going to get crap everywhere. He's gonna put his feet in the poop. It's hard, it's a struggle, I don't know what it is about boys and that like changing situation, because I don't remember Riley giving me as much of a hard time. What are you guys doing? Hey, softly, softly. Do not put him in a chokehold. No. What are you guys doing? You running? See, you can run very fast these days. And he is very loud. So that is it, you guys. I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to make sure to cover over here with you guys. Here, Jackson. Put them in the cup. Put them in the cup. Thank you. Put them in. How do you say bye?
Bye.
Bye. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to cover. If you guys have questions about anything else, anything that I missed, again, please let me know down below in the comments. I'm really just trying to find ways to keep them entertained, you guys, right now. It's rough being home with both of them. He likes kinetic sand. That's one of his favorite things right now. So I got him like a new little container of kinetic sand that I might bring out one of these days. But there's other things that like I can do with Riley, like painting, that he's still a little bit too young for, that, you know, he's gonna make like a huge mess if I bring that out. So just trying to find ways to keep him entertained. Okay, I've had to end the vlog like 15 times because these kids are being a little wild now. So I don't even know if I ended the vlog, but any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. They're both doing great, but this was Jackson's update. So he is doing great. He's just very active. Very active. He's a boy and loves to play with his little cars all day long, likes to get into anything that he's not supposed to. Much more active, like motor wise, motor skills wise, than Riley ever was. So it's been hard to keep up with him. He's still like the cutest thing ever. So I just, sometimes I'm like, I want to be mad at him, but he is so freaking cute. So goodbye. Obviously I'm a hot mess today and I can't even vlog. So thanks for being here. I love your freaking faces. I love you guys to pieces. I hope you guys are doing great. I hope your little ones are doing great. I hope that they're hitting their milestones. And if they're not, remember, like, every kid is different. Don't freak out. Just talk to your kids' doctors. Remember, I am not a doctor. All I'm doing is telling you guys what our experience is. And believe me, there have been a couple times where I've been concerned about his weight or about his language development, all of that. And I've had to remind myself that I can't compare him to his sister. And he's been just fine. So here, let me put Cinderella's shoes on. Oh, okay. Because, you know, she can't go to the ball looking like this. It's not that kind of a ball. Goodbye, you guys. I love you guys. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. How do you say papa?
Bye.
How do you say mama?
Mama.
How do you say dada?
Dada. Mama.
What is that for?
Why?
What are you doing? Brush, brush, brush. Brush your teeth. How do you say cat?
Cat.
How do you say dog?
Dog.
How do you say fish?
Fish.
How do you say car?
Dog.
How do you say car? Vroom.